Before
You're gonna react to why Floyd Mayweather stopped knocking people out. All right.
Floyd Mayweather was a defensive master, he was an absolute speed demon, practically knocking everybody out. So what happened? With Floyd
If Floyd Mayweather was around the basketball scene before I even was born, bro.
Mayweather taking on quite possibly his most daunting task to date in November, I wanted to take a look at Floyd Mayweather's very unique career. So before Floyd Mayweather was fighting random boxers, YouTubers, and UFC fighters, he was known for being a defensive god. He was known for taking the least amount of
Shit, I heard he fighting what Daji next. I think he's fighting Daji. Shit, he might fight DDG next. Who like after Daji? Like, shit, time will tell, bro.
damage while also dishing out just enough punches to get the decision. But what the general population doesn't know, or what current fans may not remember, is that Floyd Mayweather was an absolute dog when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. Some of my favorite performances during the Pretty Boy Floyd era was the iconic beatdown of Arturo Gatti, the complete domination of Diego Corrales, even knocking him down 3 times in the 7th and 5 times overall in the fight. And during this era, Floyd Mayweather as Pretty Boy Floyd was known for his speed, his volume punching, and especially the accuracy of his punches. He often moved forward in his fights, and he was especially known for his high-octane offense. So obviously this is in sharp contrast to his Money Mayweather era, where he was more known for his defense, taking not a lot of damage, actually being comfortable with moving backwards, and his low output in terms of punching. So what happened? What caused this dramatic shift in name?
Shit, that Pretty Boy Floyd was beating niggas up, bro. Was spanking niggas. Wow.
Personality, and especially in style. In today's video, we're going to find out why Floyd Mayweather is one of the few fighters who completely changed their fighting style about halfway through their career. So this leads into mapping out the timeline of the Pretty Boy Floyd in Money Mayweather era. When did the Pretty Boy Floyd era end, and when did the Money Mayweather era begin? Luckily for us, it's very easy to point out one fight that caused this dramatic shift. April 8th, 2006 is the day that the Pretty Boy Floyd era would effectively end and begin the Money Mayweather era. On this day, Floyd Mayweather would fight Zab Judah, who was the current IBF and IBO welterweight champion. In this fight against Zab Judah, a lot of important things happened that would completely change the trajectory of Floyd Mayweather's career. For one of the craziest brawls in boxing history happened when late in the 10th round, Zab Judah hit Floyd Mayweather low, which caused both corners to empty out and start brawling right in the middle of the ring. But that's besides the point. The more important part of this fight is that Floyd Mayweather would eventually win over Zab Judah via decision and finally attain the IBF and IBO welterweight titles. This would mark Floyd Mayweather's permanent move to welterweight and the start of his campaign to eventually unify the division. Now, what's important about the welterweight division at this time was that not only would he be fighting much bigger guys, but he would also be fighting much better competition at this division. This place, especially in relativity to the lightweight division at the time, was so deep with Hall of Fame competition such as Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, Ricky Hatton, and Antonio Margarito. Not only were these guys good enough to keep up with Pretty Boy Floyd's style, but they were simply too big for Floyd Mayweather to knock out. Though Floyd Mayweather was knocking people out during his Pretty Boy Floyd era, it was not necessarily due to his power, but more so due to his speed, accuracy, and where he placed his punches. And for the smaller guys at lightweight and below, this could easily knock them down or knock them out. Now, even if Floyd Mayweather was able to translate his Pretty Boy style to the welterweight division, it was extremely taxing to his body, especially to his hands. Floyd has mentioned in the past that his only weakness really is his brittle hands. For some reason, the Mayweathers have been plagued with very weak and small hands, which has caused Floyd Mayweather injuries to the hands a lot during his career. A primary example of this is when Floyd Mayweather fought Carlos Hernandez in 2001 and threw a left hook to Carlos's head, which subsequently led to a hand injury so bad that Floyd Mayweather had to put a glove down to the canvas and registered his first and only knockdown in his professional career. And though this fight didn't end the Pretty Boy Floyd era, and Floyd would go on to have great offensive performances against guys like Arturo Gatti, this just showed that the Pretty Boy style was not sustainable, especially for a guy with brittle hands. Now, if we go back to the Zab Judah fight, a very important thing happened after the event. Floyd Mayweather would make a huge move in buying out his own contract with Top Rank and Bob Arum for $750,000. This career-defining move meant Floyd Mayweather could promote himself with Mayweather Promotions along with the help of Al Heyman, and I've detailed this in other videos of mine, but basically this move practically changed Floyd Mayweather's control over boxing and all of his fights, and led to Floyd Mayweather changing his nickname from Pretty Boy to Money. This would change Floyd Mayweather's priorities from not only trying to prove that he is the best fighter, but now he wanted to prove that he could be the richest as well. This journey in becoming the
He's a cocky nigga. Floyd's just a cocky nigga, bro. He's that
richest boxer and one of the richest athletes of all time completely shifted the way Mayweather thought. In terms of the way he talked, he would always say things such as boxing is a sport of hitting and especially not getting hit, and that he was the best at legalized bank robbery. If you couple the way he talks with the way he fought, which is a more defensive style, it was very obvious that Floyd Mayweather's mentality was to now mitigate as much risk as possible, output just enough to win a fight, and reap the most amount of reward. And finally, we come down to my last reason as to why Floyd Mayweather changed up his style, and it's because he started to become the champion at welterweight. Obviously, the more and more Floyd Mayweather won at this division, the more belts he attained, and soon he became the guy that everybody had a target on if they wanted to get a belt in the welterweight division. And challenging for a belt and defending a belt are two separate things in terms of mentality. See, the challenger in a title fight has way more to prove and is given such a very rare opportunity. This means that the challenger is more inclined to take risks and be more offensive, while the champion is doing everything in their power to defend the belt, so they're not going to take as many risks and is probably going to do just enough to win the fight. And for my UFC fans, I think we're seeing the same phenomenon with Israel Adesanya, as his rise to champion was so exciting and filled with amazing highlight performances and finishes, while his reign as champion has resulted in much less finishes and much less exciting fights. And additionally, Floyd Mayweather was not only defending his belts, but his perfect run. As Floyd Mayweather continued to dominate the welterweight division, he was getting closer and closer to that 50-0 record. And obviously, if you're Floyd Mayweather, you're going to make as little risk as possible and do everything in your power to keep that undefeated record. And say whatever you want about Floyd Mayweather.
shit. I don't blame him, man.
But because he shifted from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather, he was able to succeed in retaining all of his welterweight belts, remaining undefeated to get that 50-0 record and making a shitload of money in the process. So what do you guys think? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. I think the move from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather was one of the most successful moves in boxing history, but I do sure miss the Pretty Boy Floyd era and his insane speed and beatdown of people in the lightweight division. Also, what do you guys think about his match against Deji in November? I think it's a ridiculous match, but I'm all for it.
Okay, so yeah, bro, like that's the video on what y'all thoughts on Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is a smart boxer, bro. He's smart, bro. He's a smart like boxer, bro. Like he's a smart businessman and all that shit. Why do you call Floyd Money Mayweather? He got the money, he's rich and all that shit, bro. But yeah, bro, like and he got a fight against Deji, like Kami Source Gamer, formerly known as Kami Source Gamer. Who y'all think gonna win? It's gonna be Floyd Mayweather. Obviously, he's gonna win. He's gonna win. Like it's gonna be Mayweather, obviously. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. Whoever you to chicken, know you are.